Hello, everyone, and welcome to Thursday's Energy Forecast. So, once again, we're going to be reading the cards a little bit in reverse today. So, our first card is actually coming from The Answer is Simple, and it is Invest in Your Spirit. And I just so love this card because to invest in your spirit means to invest in the truth of who you are, it means to invest in the light that you are. And so that's really what we're asked to do. We're asked to invest in that truth of who we are. And that could be, and our ego mind is always going to tell us it's a waste of time. You shouldn't do it. You just need to get on doing stuff because the ego is all about being the doer. And we get to instead this week get this opportunity today to invest in our spirits. That could be time to pray or meditate. That could be investing in some books about how to activate your intuition, or books on what it is, what is your inner being. You could look into different classes for developing your intuition, hearing guidance, or even learning more about, spiritual concepts. But begin that investment. Don't let your ego tell you that it's a waste of time and nothing's going to come from it. Once you start investing in your spirit, you begin to see the payoff. Because what we're really doing is, as we invest, we begin to grow. Okay, and this is number 17. This is our affirmation for today, which is the growing card. And it is, each day I nourish myself with the light in order to, now this is grow in divinity. We already, at least from my perspective, we already are divine. What we are doing is we are remembering the divinity that we are. So each day I nourish myself in the light in order for me to remember the divinity that I am. I am here to remember and to grow in that divinity. I find, now this says balance, but for me, whenever I see the word balance, that always kind of says there's a this and there's a that. And I like to instead say harmony, because harmony to me means a synergistic union of all things working together for good. So I find my harmony between the material and the spiritual worlds, and I free myself from inner conflict. And isn't that beautiful that we get to free ourselves from that inner conflict as we find the harmony between both the material and the spiritual? I know for myself, there was a big inner conflict that said, I really want to, invest in my spirit, and I really want to do all these wonderful things, but I can't, you can't ask for money because that's a terrible thing. You need to take a vow of poverty or of celibacy or whatever the case may be. And when I started to find that harmony, that synergistic union of material and spiritual, everything working together for good, that's when that big inner conflict really ended. And then it's going to lead us to the vibration or the frequency, which is opening up to life. When you begin to invest in your spirit, when you begin to really nourish that inner light that you already are, and as you begin to remember that you are the light of the world, that's when you begin to open up to life, because you no longer allow the fears that once held you back to hold you back any longer. You instead don't let fear guide you. Instead, you are allowing love to guide you, love to direct you. And a lot of times when we hear that word, like love guide me, love direct me, we have kind of a misperception about that. And we maybe think that we become like, loving fools, or we become naive, we become more naive. And really, when you allow love to be the guide, life truly does open up to you, because love is life. Life is love. And once you begin that process of investing in the love that you already are, investing in the light that you are, growing in that, you begin to notice that, and you begin to open up more and more to life, because you no longer are afraid. You're not letting the fearful thoughts guide you. You're instead allowing love to guide you. And sometimes love's going to guide you outside of your comfort zone. But that's exactly where we want to be, because remember, that's where the magic happens. So that is today's reading, and I will see you tomorrow.